As the child of immigrants, you don't really get a say in your life. Your success makes our parents' self-sacrifice worth it. But what I learned is that there's actually a different fact to our lives. My parents immigrated from Haiti. They left behind a brutal dictatorship, which forced them to leave their parents, their brothers and sisters, and their cousins, everything they knew, to come to a new land, learn a new culture in order to give me the opportunities that they were not able to have. And so the expectations that were placed on me were high. I was supposed to become either a lawyer, doctor, or engineer to make good on the sacrifices that my parents had made. I grew up in the kind of household that if I got a 97 on one of my tests, my parents wouldn't compliment me. They would say to me, "Where are the other 3 points?" In any case, I made good on all those expectations. I became an occupational therapist. I opened up my private practice. I got married. I had kids. I bought a home, and I achieved the American dream. But secretly, I felt sad. I felt unfulfilled, and I felt that I no longer could sacrifice my life. The life that I had was not my own. And I distinctly remember one night being in my closet, getting ready for bed. And it was no different than any other day where I had given my all, was showing up for my clients during the day, had run over to pick up my kids from school, made dinner, tucked them into bed, spent quality time with them, watched a movie with my husband. And everyone was asleep except for me. And I remember hearing the water running in the shower, and I was getting undressed. And I remember this wave of sadness just coming over me. And as I started melting down into the carpet, I couldn't stop sobbing. And all I kept thinking of was, this is not my life. And in that silence, I heard 2 questions come up. The first was, is it possible for you to create a life for yourself? And the second question was, what would that look like? And now, while the answers didn't come to me that night, the next day I found myself feeling shifted. I found myself making micro decisions where I was choosing myself and not sacrificing myself the way that I had been raised. And over the course of the next several months, what I realized was, oh my gosh, I'm able to see the full version of myself. I am on one hand, an American occupational therapist who's learned all these skills and developed all these skills to become a therapist. But on the other hand as well, I'm also a Haitian who's got innate ability to heal and to nurture. And once I was able to integrate those two and see myself for being the Haitian American that I was able to see myself fully. It allowed me to step up into the full version of myself and help other first-generation women go from self-sacrifice to self-expression. And so the insight that I'd like to share with you is this. The life of a child of immigrants is not one of self-sacrifice and success. It's one of self-sacrifice into self-expression. Through self-expression, you get to create a new legacy that is rooted in the lineage with which you come from. And just by doing that journey, you come full circle. And by showing up fully, not only do you make an impact on your sphere of influence, you can also make an impact on the world. Thank you.